I want to introduce you to cultivated meat.
I'm trying to convince strangers to let me feed their dogs.
Just one last thing, no pressure, but
With lab-grown treats. Lab-grown startups are spending millions to make our food more sustainable and less cruel. But 20% of the meat and fish that's produced globally is consumed by our pets. So maybe it's not just us they need to win over, but our four-legged friends.
Wait, so you're telling me you were playing with dogs for the entire afternoon just for work?
Yeah, I mean, it was for reporting. Here's the thing, right? I've been reporting on the lab-grown meat industry for the last few years, where companies are trying to produce products such as sausages, chicken nuggets, salmon fillet, all of which are meat-free. The idea is that growing meat from cells in bioreactors means less animal farming, therefore less suffering, and it would also lower meat's carbon footprint.
So when you say grown from cells, what does that actually mean? Like, what are we looking at here?
It's real animal cells grown in a controlled environment. So instead of raising an entire animal, you're producing meat in a bioreactor. But the industry faces a lot of challenges.
Like what?
It's been banned in places like Italy and several US states. And because it's so hard to produce at scale, cultivated meat is multiple times more expensive than traditional meat.
So where does this go from here?
Well, that's where pet food can come in.
So these are my two cats, Lamu and Zanzi. They're two brothers. They also love cuddling together.
Last February, Meatly's Chick Bites became the world's first cultivated pet food for sale. Compared to new foods for humans, the regulatory process for pet food is a lot quicker. And unlike humans who kind of know what a burger and steak should taste or look like, our pets aren't nearly as picky, in theory.
We don't need to have it perfectly structured. And these are also huge markets, a huge consumer of meat, often lower quality, often factory farmed. And so by switching to cultivated meat, we can create a much better solution.
It might be better for the planet, but what do dogs think?
I want to introduce you to cultivated meat. It's chicken that's not from a slaughtered animal and grown in a bioreactor.
This is Theo. You might remember him from our hard copy video.
Let's see how Theo reacts to smelling it. I'm gonna control him. Oh, okay. Yep. Oh, did you see that tongue?
Yeah.
He just went for it.
We borrowed Theo for the day to see how these treats stack up.
Theo's favorite treats, duck jerky with Chick Bites. I'm gonna hold it equidistant from you. Which one do you go for?
Theo picked his duck jerky first. On the second try, he chose Chick Bites. There wasn't a clear winner, so I gathered some more data points.
Sit. Ted, sit. Spin. Gentle.
Ted.
I think he likes it. Yeah. He definitely likes that.
Last year, the limited run of Chick Bites sold out within months, but it might not be ready to go mainstream just yet.
My first thought hearing this is, will cultivated pet food really be more sustainable?
Great question, because by some estimates, cultivated meat can reduce emissions by as much as 92% compared to beef. But it all comes down to where these production facilities source their energy from.
We only use renewable sources for our energy, so we're in conversations already with several companies to provide power for our pilot facility. All of that would be green and vegan.
Okay, but that just leads me to my second question. Will people actually buy products like Chick Bites?
Yeah, I mean, first things first, it is a premium product. It was retailed for £3.49 or more than $4 per pack.
Sustainability is something that people may show an interest, but it might not be the priority. Price as well as quality are still more important factors.
And Meatly acknowledges that they'll have to vastly increase production to around 50 tons per month in order to make it more affordable.
So currently our costs are higher than what we aim to be at. So we're probably about £60 per kilogram at the moment, but we're about to scale up, and with those economies of scale, we'll bring that cost down eventually to £4 per kilogram, which is on par with chicken breast prices in Europe.
Spin. Spin. Good boy.
So cultivated pet food might actually be legally approved in a place like the UK, but there's still a lot of work cut out for the industry when it comes to convincing pet owners that it is an option on the table for their pets.
He's a carnivore by nature. I do recognise the benefits in like there being less suffering, but I don't think that's a big factor for us.
Cool.
For me personally, what mattered would be mainly the contents. We are concerned about what goes into his body. I'm not really too concerned about the price.
The concept of cell-cultivated products are still unfamiliar to majority of people. It's important to provide informative communication as possible to pet owners so that they can make an informed choice.
If there is an option that is sort of nutritionally similar, we'd always take those options from an ethics standpoint, I suppose.
Bunny? 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 Oh, good boy. Good boy.